Hello everyone, 皆さんこんにちは。大志です。Welcome to my YouTube video series. Let's read news in Japanese. So let's get started with the news for today. August 3rd. So on Saturday, usually Nikkei Shimbun's page on Nikkei Shimbun's page 1, the first article is some sort of commentary on the timely issue all around the world. So this one is about 欧州すくむ民主主義。ドイツ統一30年。This is talking about the kind of searching trend of autocracy in Europe, especially in East Europe. So this graph is showing how liberal democracy is going backwards in the region. So this is the kind of what is it? Liberal Democratic Index compiled by the organization called VDEM. And looking at the graph, so obviously, if it's higher, it's more liberal and democratic. The country is more liberal and democratic. And this graph is for Deutsch, Germany. And this dotted line is for Poland or Poland. And red line is for Hungary. No, this is Hungary. And blue line is actually for Europe as a whole. And so looking at the graph, it's obviously going downwards for the past few years. So and the article points out that this is kind of ironic considering the liberal democratic trend actually started in this region, especially in Germany. When the West and East Germany unified in 1990, but so it's gradually it's nowadays is the trend is kind of losing steam in this relation, and the reason is as the article points out, more and more people are kind of disappointed in the liberal democratic agenda, because people used to believe that liberal democracy will definitely help them out of their bad situation, their poverty, their hardships, but it's just not happening. So people are feeling like that. So and those some politicians, especially in like Poland and Hungary, kind of taking advantage of this people's feelings. So basically, they are kind of resorting to populism, and using the populism agenda, they are gaining a very strong power over the country. And the bad thing is people are kind of happy about that. People like that, like the charismatic leaders, so they are happy to give up on their rights to those leaders, and that is that is like a slippery slope to autocracy, and that is exactly happening in Hungary and Poland, as the organization points out. And also the trend is kind of getting worrisome in Germany as well, especially in the East Germany. Yeah, like nowadays ultra-right parties are kind of gaining popularity in that region, right? So like this is kind of worrisome. But the question is like whether this trend kind of spills over to more wider regions. About that, I can't doubt it's going to happen, because like at the moment, yes, Poland and Hungary are pretty big countries, but if you ask me, like it has very big influence all over the world, maybe that's not true. Things will be completely different if Germany goes for kind of autocracy. It will definitely have big influence all over the world, and more and more countries will kind of maybe consider, and maybe this is a good option. But for now, it's Germany. Yeah, that trend is like definitely downward, but at least it seems to be holding up at the moment. So I think for now it should be just fine. And even people in like these nations like Hungary, Poland, they will eventually learn that this is just not gonna work. So yeah, I think this trend is temporary. People will learn autocracy just doesn't work, at least for a long term, as history proves. So yeah, uh, I am a believer. I believe maybe it is kind of naive, but liberal democracy will prevail eventually. Yeah. So this is it for the commentary. Moving on to domestic news. 解散年明け以降に首相コロナ対策を優先。So it was reported that the snap election of the upper house is gonna happen in the next year. So it's not gonna happen this year. I mentioned in an earlier video that snap election was going to happen very soon, but apparently that is not true. Not anymore. So like the reason is that as Mr. Suga says, the government now has to focus more on containing the pandemic. And it's not really time that they don't really have time for election. Yeah, that's a very fair discussion, especially after we saw the chaos that's going on in America around the issues regarding voting systems, how we can vote under the pandemic. So like yeah, that's kind of I think this is a very fair decision. But the question is if Suga can actually survive up until the next year. Yeah, at this moment he seems to be doing just fine, but I'm kind of skeptical if he can survive for a long term without a snap election and prove his point. Yeah, but maybe he will, and we'll see about that. Okay, so yeah, of course, this is one of the top news. Trump 氏コロナ感染. So Trump and his wife tested positive about tested you know in us the coronavirus. So there's not much don't know so much of extra details here. So I think I'm moving on. システム障害政府調査へ東証再開困難見られず So this is about stock market shutdown that happened on August 1st. I also talked about in the yesterday's episode. So like the government ordered the Tokyo Stock Exchange to do dollar research on why it happened, how it happened, and how they're going to prevent it in the future. Yeah, so the research is still going on, and we are going to be waiting for the final report on this one. Yes, so yeah, basically they're starting the research on it. This is a news, and I think I'm moving on to other pages. So I'm going to be looking at the cited pages. Okay, so I'm going to pick this one. 空き家悩む被災地。九州豪雨3ヶ月積もるおで悪臭。So this is a very big issue now in Japan. Empty houses that are owned by no one, or empty houses that owners are missing. So why are they a problem? Because like those houses, because no one is there to clear up the mess, clear up kind of do the necessary maintenance. The houses have risk of collapsing and causing some sort of accidents, and because they tend to be dirty, they might contaminate the air, contaminate the water around the region, around that place. So and of course they can be very stinky as well. So this is a problem, and this is getting such houses increasing, especially after after the series of disasters happening nowadays. In this summer, torrential rains, a series of torrential rains attacked the Kyushu region, and many people evacuated the place. Well, after people evacuated the place, you know, some people just go missing, unfortunately, and how because of the evacuated houses remain without owners to take care of them. So that is especially problematic. At least if the government knows that kind of messed up house is not the owner of the house is no longer living, they can have an option to demolish the house, right? But if they don't know if the owner is living or not, they cannot do anything about it because the house is private property after all. So they cannot really go into the house and clear up the mess and maybe do maintenance. So these houses stay abandoned completely. So this is a very grave issue. So for now, really, there needs to be some sort of law that allows the government to do necessary measures on condition that the houses may be at the risk of collapsing and contaminating the air or something. And also maybe the central government needs to give some money, help such local governments to do such measures. Even they can have they have an option to demolish the house, but it is very costly as well. So yeah, it costs a lot of money overall. So yeah, basically it's not gonna be solved overnight, but the government definitely has to do something about it. Okay, and moving on, this is a very interesting incident. So AI でアダルト動画合成初摘発 Deepfake 脅威に So actually there was the first arrest of people who exploited the deepfake techniques. So two persons made porns using deepfake techniques. So basically, they kind of used celebrities' faces and made porn using the faces. And police arrested those people for the copyright infringement and also defamation or libel, 名誉毀損, so damaging people's reputation. That's a very interesting case. So people can be arrested for defamation if they make deepfake videos, deepfake porns at least. This is a very interesting, arresting case, and also this poses this exposes a risk of the threat that deepfake techniques pose to the society. Because they can do anything with deepfake techniques. They can kind of make a video where some celebrities are saying something which they are not actually saying. So this is going to be a very big threat in the future for society. So we as people have to be aware of this problem and very careful dealing with videos. That there's always potential that this video might be fake. So okay, moving on. This is a kind of the first scandal of the Suga's new government. 学術会議任命再要求へ. So this is a scandal is about 日本学術会議 or Science Council of Japan. So allegedly, this is not allegedly. The government intervened in the acceptance process of the organization. This is kind of this organization is kind of association of researchers, and the government intervened in the acceptance process of the organization and excluded six persons from joining the organization uh, with with the ground unknown, with a reason unknown. And the six persons happen to be people who have a history of criticizing the government. So quite naturally, people are kind of mad that the government excluded people who have a critical view of the government. Yeah, so this is becoming pretty big scandal against the government. And of course, still waiting for the official statement for the government. Maybe they have some sort of reason. Maybe they have a good reason that they did this exclusion, but we're gonna be waiting for the statement. So yeah, this is it for today's news, and I'm gonna do some quick Japanese lesson. So today I'm going to use this part of the sentence. I'm gonna read this. So deepfake ni okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start from here. deepfake による犯罪が顕在化してきた。ディープフェイクによる犯罪が顕在化してきた。Okay. So deepfake, this is obviously deepfakes in English. The pronunciation is like deepfake. Okay. And による, it usually is translated as by something or using something. And han-zai means crimes. This is a subject particle. And ken-zai-ka. This is separated. Ken-zai-ka. So ken-zai means to be real, to exist in reality, existing in reality, being real, existing in reality. And ka is this one. Maybe I'm gonna do something. Ka. This is kind of suffix that has a meaning of transforming something into something. So it's kind of like fication in English. So ken-zai-ka means ken-zai-ka-suru means to become reality. Okay. And kuru, so kita is a past form of kuru. And kuru here means like to start something, to start doing something. So shite kuru, by shite kuru means to start doing something. And ken-zai-ka shite kuru means to start becoming a reality. And because it's in the past tense, so it started to become reality. Okay, so let's put them together. So, okay, this is a subject, right? So claims using deepfakes started to become reality, or crimes using deepfakes have started to become reality. Okay, so this is it. This is today's sentence. Okay, so this is it for today's news, and thank you so much always for watching the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.